Good morning and welcome to Center Grove Middle School North in Greenwood, Indiana for today's freshman football game between the Center Grove Trojans and the Cincinnati LaSalle Lancers. Hello everyone, I'm Kevin Conrad along with Aaron Holt. We welcome you to Center Grove Trojan football and the weather here at Middle School North in Greenwood, Indiana. The rain for the moment has stopped. Temperature here at game time 43 degrees. And Aaron, this is the weather that and field conditions that you would have had back in the 1980s when you were a high school player. And again, we got grass field here today at Middle School North, so it should be an interesting game here with some slippery conditions.
True old school, right?
That's right.
Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of adjustment, at least for the Trojans and more than likely for the Lancers as well, because I know they play on field turf back home. So the freshman team played on grass one other time this year. However, the conditions weren't near what they are today, and so they're going to have to deal with getting their feet up underneath them and the slipperiness of the field. And good news for them, they're playing the first game. The JV plays right after this, and it's going to be pretty interesting to see what the field looks like at that time.
The Center Grove freshman football team, undefeated, 8-0. This is their final game of the regular season, so they're trying to finish out a perfect 9-0 season. The opponent today, the LaSalle Lancers from Cincinnati, Ohio. 3 wins, 4 losses. The Lancers making the 2-hour trek here to Center Grove this morning. Of course, the Center Grove varsity squad made the trip there last night, winning, Aaron, in a very exciting ball game last night over at Cincinnati LaSalle. What a finish. It was 55-37, the final. The Trojans close out the regular season, 8 wins, 1 loss, but very entertaining game last night.
It was action-packed, a lot of different things going on in that game, and congratulations to Coach Moore, the varsity, the leadership of the seniors in coming through and finishing the regular season strong, having a fantastic record, and they're prime and ready for the playoffs now. And what's neat about that game is they got out and were down 10-0 early, came back, took the lead, lost it late in the game. Not at any point did they rush things or get out of their rhythm and stay true to what it is that they do, both offensively and defensively, and became a machine there in the last 3 minutes of the ball game and were able to win by a significant margin. So, the Lancers are an interesting team. They play in what would be equivalent to the MIC conference over in Ohio. Typically when you see national rankings of top conferences, the Greater Catholic League there in Cincinnati is very similar in rankings to the MIC conference. And so even though today this freshman team's 3-4, it shouldn't be overlooked. They're playing the likes of Cincinnati Moeller and St. X and others. And so I'm not sure we take a lot of account into the record there.
Head coach for the Center Grove freshman squad, Chip Murphy. His assistant coaches, Matt Adams, Barry Bolin, Drew Garrison, and Monty Goins. Assistant coach Bill Wheatmartian is going to be the acting head coach today for the LaSalle Lancers. The head coach, Dale Sheehan, understand he has been battling cancer and he's in remission. So his sons, from our understanding, talking to Coach Wheatmartian before today's game, that his sons had bought him some tickets for the Notre Dame game tonight. So the head coach, Dale Sheehan, going to watch the Irish tonight under the lights. So, but again, great news. We understand he is now in remission with his cancer.
Yeah, it's a special moment I think he's going to be able to experience today with his sons. And obviously we don't know him, but it's exciting news that anybody's battling that terrible disease, that they're able to get through it. And he'll certainly enjoy an incredible game, I'm sure, today with Notre Dame and USC.
Mitch Weethorn, 6'1", 165-pound kicker. Also an offensive and defensive lineman, will tee it up at the 40. And Aaron, again, playing on a grass field today, footing and ball security will be very critical for both teams.
Yep. Again, not having to play in poor weather most of the season, we're going to find out if we can eliminate the mistakes today and make this thing work for us.
Picked up at the 30-yard line by the Center Grove Trojans across the 40. Good return for McCullough Gardner. He is the starting fullback today for the Center Grove Trojans. So Center Grove with good field position at the 42-yard line.
These boys are excited for the game. They got an opportunity to do something today that's not been done in Center Grove before, where they can go undefeated as freshmen. We're able to accomplish that in the MIC conference, and hopefully they can finish it off today.
They officially put the ball at the Trojan 43-yard line. First run from scrimmage, a first down for Gardner. He is shy of the 40-yard line, picks up 14 yards.
Quick belly hit there, and McCall has had a fantastic year, running the ball exceptionally well, been a great leader, very enthusiastic football player, and great start to the game there with a nice first down run.
Jack Kellums, quarterback at 6'2", 180 pounds. Kellums hands it off. Coming here to the near side is Trevor Holtz, down to the 35-yard line. 7-yard pickup for Holt.
Trevor did a nice job that time being patient, letting the blockers get out in front of him. Got his feet underneath him, made a nice drive right up the field, got it up north and south, and was able to get about 8 yards there. So the offense is really turning right now for the Trojans.
8 minutes to play, opening quarter. Opening drive for the Center Grove Trojans. This is the freshman squads playing today. Trojans and Lancers. First down run. It appears enough for Gardner to pick up the first down, move the chains.
We ran a down play there that the Trojans run all the way from second grade all the way through the varsity. Run a lot of that this year and have had great success with Gardner running the football on that specific play. Right behind 72, Clay Hadley, who's had a fantastic year.
New set of downs here for the Trojans. Kellums rolls to his left, goes underneath, and the pass is dropped. Again, a wet football. It's going to be difficult to catch it. Gardner, the intended receiver. Not only is the ball wet, Aaron, but it also gets a little bit heavier, so difficult to punt, to kick, and throw the football when it's a little bit heavier. And again, 43 degrees here at game time. This is a pretty chilly morning.
Yep, without question, the coolest game that they've played in this year, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a jet here. There it is.
Hand off.
He's going to get around the corner.
Gets outside. He's got the first down and a whole lot more, and they bring him down. Nope. Touchdown. Trevor Holt putting Center Grove in front, 6-0, 7:26 to play. First quarter.
The Jet's been a successful play this year, regardless of who's run the football, and they've been doing a great job in stretching it out to the sideline. Fantastic seal block there on the left side of the line, and gave Trevor a great opportunity to get the ball up the field and get it in the end zone. Again, with the weather conditions, fantastic start for the freshman.
Trojans going for two, and Gardner with some great blocking up front squeezes through there to make it an 8-0 ball game. Center Grove leads LaSalle. 7:26 to play here in the opening quarter.
Trojans have a lot of different weapons, both sides of the ball. Interestingly enough, the one thing they don't have is a kicker as far as extra points and field goals are concerned. So you'll see them throughout the afternoon go for 2 points, and they've been about 50-50 throughout the season in getting those. Great job to see them be able to do that in this particular situation at the first quarter of this game.
Today's game being presented by Ray Skillman Automotive Group. Ray Skillman, where we stack them deep and sell them cheap. Trojans off to an 8-0 lead here against LaSalle. Again, the Lancers from Cincinnati, Ohio, the west side of Cincy. Private Catholic school, 715 enrollment, all-boys school.
The environment last night was really, really neat. Awesome stadium. Really enjoyed the stadium. It's almost down in a hole, and trees all the way around it. It was a fun atmosphere.
That's the first time I've ever seen it work.
Aaron, number 83, kicking off for the Trojans. Is that Caleb Hennessy?
Yes, sir.
Saying that correctly. Does a sky kick, and the Lancers catch the ball and go straight down to the turf.
Hennessy's done a nice job stepping in and kicking this year. This freshman team, a lot of different things you can say about it. One of the things I use to describe them is next man up. They've had multiple injuries or situations where kids have had to move away, and they just keep putting another person in, and been able to do that, and guys are doing their job exceptionally well. Pretty deep team, so see what they can do here on defense.
Purdue Hunter, the starting quarterback for LaSalle, and he throws a pick. Picked off by the Trojans.
Go, Josh. Josh Hall, he's going to take this to the house.
Hall will take it back for a score, a pick six. He returns it 60-some yards for a pick six.
That's, I believe, 2 games in a row. Josh has gotten an interception, was able to take it to the house. Josh hurt his ankle last week in a game. He's weathered the storm, so to speak, gotten through it. Looked pretty good running the ball there. Really has had an exceptional season, and neat to see him grab that ball out of the air and take it to the house.
So the first play from scrimmage for LaSalle results in a interception return for Josh Hall. 14-0. The Trojans lead LaSalle going for 2 and running to the outside looking for the end zone. The Trojans are in there. 2 points for Trevor Holt makes it now 16-0 Trojans over the Lancers with 7:03 to play here in the opening quarter.
Actually, I think that time it was Ethan Hutzinger, and that's where, being able to run the jet, multiple uses with different running backs, and he was able to get that in. Ethan's had a nice year as well, and what you're going to find today is all different types of kids can run the pigskin and do something with it and score points. So fast start for the Trojans here, 16-0, 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Great way to do it, and again, I know that they really, really badly want an undefeated season, and they're starting off well.
Here, and you look at the scores this season for the freshman squad, and only twice have they given up a couple of touchdowns. Against Lawrence North, it was 36-16, and Ben Davis 62-12. But the other games, they only allowed either one score or no scores. You're talking about 6 points against North Central, 6 against Lawrence Central, 6 against Pike, 7 against Carmel, shut out Whiteland 22-zip, and only allowed 6 points against Warren Central. So getting it done on both sides of the ball.
Absolutely, and quite frankly, a lot of those games where the second touchdown, if you will, was scored was late in the ball game, where it really just didn't matter much. And what's neat is, and you and I got to see this last year, having sons as freshmen. The freshman team last year went all the way through the season, only had one blemish against Carmel. So the future looks pretty doggone bright right now, knowing how successful the varsity was, and the JVs obviously had a great season this year, but they got a lot in motion here.
Another sky kick. The return man did the right thing, caught it, went straight down with it. That's number 25, Marvin Gentry, a 5'6", 128-pound wide receiver and defensive back. Ball placed at the LaSalle 35-yard line. Again, for the Lancers, only one offensive play, and their starting quarterback, Hunter Purdue, threw an interception. Josh Hall returned it 60-some yards for a touchdown. One thing we know about this LaSalle team after last night, they run that spread offense. They do like to pass the ball, and they're very effective at the varsity level, and good job by the Trojan defense.
There's a fumble on the play, and we got it. David Hamilton, 77, stepped up after a great defensive play by Bontrager, and Hamilton was able to get on the ball. So Trojans are in business again offensively and have great field position. They'll go again here, and wouldn't be surprised to see a quick hit.
Bontrager wrapped him up, threw him down, forces the fumble. So 2 offensive plays for the Lancers and 2 turnovers. 6:30 to play, first quarter. Center Grove in front, 16-0, looking for more. 9-yard pickup on first down.
McCullough. That was Mulher in there. Did a great job going north and south there, and fantastic first down yardage, gives the coaches a great opportunity to do a lot of different things here, being at 2nd and 2.
Ball at the LaSalle 28. Good job by the LaSalle defense.
Yeah, number 65 there for the Lancers. He's a big boy. Jalen Murray, really good size, and did a good job that time getting and messing things up there on the line of scrimmage.
No gain, maybe a loss of 1 yard. The call now 3rd and 3. For the Trojans, 5.5 minutes remaining first quarter. Center Grove 16, Lancers from LaSalle High School 0. Hand off to the fullback. He's got the first down and a whole lot more. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown. 28-yard touchdown run. Nick Mulheron with the score.
That time, actually, they're playing games with you today. That time it was McCullough Gardner.
Excuse me.
They're flipping them around. I told you they do a good job of playing a lot of different running backs, and Kellums does a nice job hiding the ball, and McCullough used his speed there and got the ball in the end zone quickly. The Trojans are a machine right now. They'll go again for a 2-point conversion here.
22-0 Trojans. 2-point conversion. Good hit by LaSalle. It is no good. Score remains 22-0. Aaron, tough trip for LaSalle to get up early and come over here 2 hours. And again, not the best weather conditions today. It's been raining all morning long at the moment. It has stopped. Again, temperatures mid-40s, but not an easy thing to do. As we saw last night in the first quarter, the Center Grove Trojans varsity squad did not play well in that opening quarter, but really came alive in quarter number 2.
Absolutely. This game, even though it looks really good in our favor right now, is far from over. We were lethargic as a varsity team at the start last night. And, and you go back and see what was going on last night here on the high school level. With the varsity teams, Ben Davis was down 24-0 early against Carmel and comes back with 28 unanswered points and wins the ball game. So it's important for these guys today to stay focused. I think the Lancers are on their heels and maybe still a little asleep. Center Grove probably got a little bit of advantage in this particular game. A lot of these guys did not go and make the trip last night. They stayed home, got a good night's rest, and I think that's helped them tremendously.
Hennessy pops it up here to the near side. LaSalle will make an attempt to return the football. Good tackle made in the open field by Sam Boland.
Sam got down the field quick. He's covered the kickoffs very, very well today and been Johnny on the spot. Good tackle.
Game two today will be the junior varsity game, scheduled to start about 15-20 minutes following the freshman game. And for the most part, this freshman game going pretty fast. Aaron, up to this point, field conditions not really seem to be impacting today's game up to this point. Both teams seem to be handling it fairly well. Incomplete pass, intended receiver, number 11, Trayshawn Smith.
It's been a few weeks since anybody's been actually out on this surface. The middle school program finishes their games at the high school because the two Center Grove schools play each other, and they certainly don't practice on this field. So the conditions are really, really good and have held up nicely so far with the rain.
Hunter Purdue under pressure, rolls, and is going to be sacked from the blind side. Number 52 takes him down. That is Logan Bontrager, the right defensive end.
Well, hopefully his mom and dad are able to listen today. I think they're still out of town on business, and if they are, I'm sure they have this tuned in. And he's made some very nice football plays today so far in this game, caused a fumble earlier and did a great job putting pressure on the quarterback at that time.
Loss of 9 yards, 3rd and 19 from the LaSalle 29-yard line. 4:25 to play first quarter. False start against the Lancers. So now it'll be 3rd and 24.
Brings up 3rd and long. Let's hear it, Trojan fans.
Purdue from shotgun formation. Screen pass, incomplete. His receiver, Christian Turner, cannot make the reception. 4th and 24, and we'll see the punting unit for the first time today for the LaSalle Lancers as they continue to struggle offensively.
We're just getting so much pressure on them right now, and it's hard for them to get anything going. Got Sam Bolin back deep here.
Ben Brabender to pump this one. Good
Beautiful.
spiraling punt.
Kick.
Oh, it hit the Trojans.
Go get him.
And now they're going to blow it dead at around the 45-yard line. It will be LaSalle football. Looked like the ball hit the heel of Josh Hall, unless the official didn't see it that way.
Must not have, because if it did, he would have been able to pick it up and take it to the end zone. So
they're going to down it at the 45. I thought it might have hit one of the Trojan players.
Yeah, I did too.
They'll spot it at the Trojan 45 with 4 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. The Center Grove varsity squad will be hosting New Albany Friday night in the sectional semifinals of sectional number 8. New Albany last night losing to Floyd Central 35-34. Kellums from shotgun formation running the football. Flag behind the play will be holding against the Trojans as Kellums is dropped for a loss.
That time, number 35, it looks like it. I can't find him on our roster here, but 35 for the Lancers was able to get through the line of scrimmage and put pressure on Jack.
So holding against the Center Grove Trojans, putting the ball back at their own 27. Coach Moore faced the New Albany Bulldogs back in the 2002 regional at Center Grove High School and won big that night. Kellums gets away from one tackler, and now they're going to put a hold against the Center Grove Trojans on the edge. McCullough Gardner with the holding call on the edge on that far side.
Looked like a good block, pancake actually, but the ref saw it a different way. And this particular possession, we're going the wrong direction from the Trojans' perspective. We need to keep our minds in the ball game here and go back to doing what we do, execute, and relax a little bit, take a deep breath. I think the excitement of coming out, they were ready for this game and gotten a little sloppy here the last couple plays. So see what we can come up with here.
Center Grove, to get a first down, they need to get it to the LaSalle 45-yard line. It'll remain first down with the penalty. Ball at the Trojan 24. First and 31. Getting outside, now tackled from behind. Good pursuit. Trevor Holt with the run.
Number 13, Trevor Holt with the carry. Tackle on the play with number 38, Brady Flynn.
Good job by Brady Flynn to chase him down from behind.
Yeah, they stretched that one out real close to splitting the two defenders, and just good downhill pursuit on the backside there that made that play.
Delayed handoff. Good run going for Gardner. Across midfield. If he hangs on to the football, he's got the first down.
They did a draw play there. ran that last night with Titus McCoy, had a great success with it. They ran the same play here and caught him off guard, and it should be a first down. Yeah, it was. Great run there by McCullough.
McCullough. Gardner gets the first down. They spotted at the LaSalle 45. 2 minutes to play, opening quarter here at Center Grove Middle School North. The reason they're not playing at the high school today, from my understanding, they're hosting quite a band competition today at Center Grove High School. Sweep play. Trevor Holt gets outside, flag down. Holt gets the first down, but it may be nullified. It will be because of a holding call back at the 50-yard line.
Well, it was a good run there by Trevor, and put his shoulder down and put a punishing blow there on the safety. He's not moving too well there. Did not see the hold. Again, that's kind of a stretch play, and we do a pretty good job sealing the end, and I'm assuming it must have come somewhere in that general vicinity there on the left side. Really awkward. We're not one that typically makes these mistakes, and that's 3 holding calls just on this possession.
Center Grove leads 22-0 over the LaSalle Lancers. 1:45 remaining first quarter. Game 1 of our doubleheader today. This is the freshman competition. Game 2 coming up will be the junior varsity game between Center Grove and LaSalle. Kellums to throw. Another flag down.
Great pass there that time by Jack Kellums, and it was caught by, I believe, Nick Coy. Fantastic catch. Put it right in his hands. Unfortunately, another flag on the play. Not sure what the call is here. It's a late flag.
Holding against LaSalle. They'll decline the penalty.
Kellums really did a nice job there on that play. Kept the patience, booted out, did his reads, and found Coy coming across the middle of the field, put it right on the spot. Nick did a great job catching it in his hands and turning upfield. Really nice play.
They're going to take the penalty. And with the penalty, Aaron, it will now be a Trojan first down. Ball at the LaSalle 32-yard line. 1:27 remaining opening quarter. Center Grove 22, LaSalle 0. They've had the lights on here at Center Grove Middle School North all morning long. Again, very overcast day today. Quite a bit of rain this morning, light rain. But for the moment, no rain. And it looks like the sun's trying to peek through the clouds. Hand off to the fullback, Gardner, right up the gut. And he gets into the end zone again. A 32-yard touchdown run for number 32, McCullough Gardner.
Line is just doing a fantastic job, have all year, in getting onto their blocks, holding them long enough for the running backs to get through. And certainly Gardner's had a terrific season in running north and south. He's got great speed, fantastic vision, but give a lot of credit that time, at least on that play, to 66 Nick Davis. He led the way.
Second touchdown for Gardner today. First one went for 28 yards. This one is good for 32 yards. Center Grove setting up to go for 2. Kellums under center. Hand off, again up the gut, easily into the end zone is Gardner. For the 2 points, 30-0, all Center Grove here in the first quarter.
Can't get much of a better first quarter than that one. And we still got 1:13 left. The way this is going, we're still going to have some more scores.
I know a couple of weeks ago, Aaron, the Trojans won big against Ben Davis, 62-12, and that game was not a complete game. It was called due to lightning, but the Trojans that day were on pace to score 90-plus.
They were a machine, and it's just been fun watching these kids play. They're a very close-knit group. They have gone through some adversity. Like I said, there's a good 6, 7, 8 kids that normally would be playing a lot of football, whether it be starters or getting a lot of reps that aren't on the field due to, again, injuries, move-aways, what have you, and they keep stepping it up. They're one of their better players, Titus McCoy, is seeing significant action and having great success on the varsity level. He normally would be down here playing with them. So, it's neat to see these guys have the success they're having, and I think they've handled it well. It just makes it exciting with what success last year's freshmen have and what, them and the sophomores and juniors are being able to do on the JV level, and obviously what our varsity's doing. It just makes it really exciting with what's coming down the pike here in the future.
Due to a penalty on the extra point against LaSalle, the Trojans were able to kick off from the LaSalle 45, and on the return, flag down at the 23-yard line.
The other thing too, Kevin, and I don't know if you mentioned this on the varsity broadcast, but this is the first season, I think, in the history of us being involved in the MIC that all three, freshmen, JV, and varsity, have won the MIC conference, which is, as you know, doing these games as long as you have, and the teams that we play, the athleticism that we see on a week in, week out basis. Great tribute to the coaches on all levels here at Center Grove and what they've been able to get these kids to do, because that's a difficult thing to do just with one of our teams, let alone all three.
And to add to that, all three teams undefeated on the road this year.
I was not aware. I didn't even look at it that close.
Because
that's a good point.
JV lost at home to Warren, and the varsity lost to Ben Davis at home. So all three levels, all undefeated on the road this season. Very impressive.
Well, and especially when you look at who we beat on the road. So you look at the Warren Centrals, the Carmels, the Lawrence Centrals. So, it's not like this is a season where we had an easy away schedule. This is one that's been pretty jam-packed, and to do that, that's incredible.
First year, the Center Grove varsity team has won at Warren Central. Of course, the big win at Carmel. On second down, pass is complete to that far side. LaSalle, I still looking for its first down of the game. Very close. They get it to the 22-yard line. They'll have to get it to the 24 for first down, so bring up third and a couple. Yeah, I asked Ted last night on the broadcast, I said, do you recall the last time the Trojans last lost a road game? And he had to think for a while. And if you're counting the state tournament, the Trojans have not lost a road game since the Carmel Semi-State in 2011. And it's been since the Warren Central game, that final game of the regular season in 2011. That's the last time the Trojans lost a road game during the regular season. So they've won, I do believe now, 9 straight on the road dating back to 2011.
Well, it just shows that the system that's been put into place is working. Great character kids, good leadership, fantastic leadership, kids that believe in one another. They're a true team, and that is really unbelievable to see when you think about all the different things that can go on and the tough schedule that they play.
Penalty against Center Grove, giving the Lancers a first down, and another flag against the Center Grove Trojans as the receiver was ripped to the turf.
That's going to end up being an interference call on Bolin there, but I'll tell you, he did the right thing. This is a situation where the wet surface did get the player there. Sam was slipping. He was trying to make a turn. Feet came out from underneath him. And instead of doing nothing, he actually grabbed the guy, pulled him down to the surface so he couldn't catch the ball. Otherwise, there wasn't that many people around him there. The receiver could have caught that ball and taken it to the end zone. So not what he wanted to have happen, but a good heads-up play nonetheless by Sam.
So for the Lancers, a couple of first downs through penalties against Center Grove. First time across the 50 now at the Center Grove 48-yard line with 21 seconds remaining. First quarter, Center Grove 30, LaSalle 0. Purdue sets up in the pocket, completes the pass to the running back, number 20. Christian Turner takes a big hit.
Josh Hall came to play some football today. He's had a great season and 2 big plays. The interception earlier that he took to the house, and that right there, he was right on cue and delivered a big blow. Good play in there by number 22.
That brings us to the end of the first quarter here at Center Grove Middle School North in the freshman ball game. Center Grove 30, LaSalle 0. We'll take a break. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
Ray Skim's got your truck, man. Big and little trucks, man. Integrated locations, man. Skim's got your truck, man. He's got SUVs, crossovers, long bed, short bed, flatbed, dump cab, crew cab, cinder cab, half ton, 3/4 ton, 1 ton, high cube van, cargo van, diesel engine, gas in stock, or custom in the color you want, man. Ray Skim's got your truck, man. Big and little trucks, man. Integrated locations, man. Skim's got your truck, man. Ray Skillman's got your truck, man.
Welcome back to Middle School North here at Center Grove. After one quarter, the freshman Trojans leading the LaSalle Lancers 30-0. Lancers with the football, incomplete pass to begin the second quarter. On 2nd and 5, it'll bring up 3rd and 5. Kevin Conrad, Aaron Holt with you today. Aaron, don't look now, but I think that might be the sun trying to peek through.
Sure hope so. It's cold out here today.
Yeah, game time temperature 43 degrees and rain here early this morning. At the moment, no rain. I believe the rain has moved off to the north and to the east.
Players out there that are moving around, they're probably warm and having a blast even though it's cold and wet, but sitting here and not moving, my body's cold. And I'm in the booth.
Flag down. False start against the Lancers. Aaron's still surprised to see how the Ben Davis Giants last night came from, 24-0 down to win 28-24 to beat Carmel, and Ben Davis co-champs with the Center Grove Trojans this year, and just an incredible comeback for the Giants.
Really was. They're on a roll right now. Would have been an incredible game to watch. Carmel, they're always good year in, year out, and very rarely do you ever see them lose a lead that big of nature, and end up coming on the wrong side of the game there. So I haven't heard much about it. I don't know what happened, if there was turnovers or whatever that got the Giants back into that game. But got to tell you, that was a surprise. The fans in our stands last night saw the game and couldn't believe it was 24-0, and they were even more shocked when Ben Davis came back and actually won it.
Punt by LaSalle inside the 25-yard line. Punt by Ben Brabender. 30-0. Center Grove leads LaSalle. Southport also last night ranked number 5 in the state, still undefeated at 9-0. Beat Columbus North 28-21. Of course, Columbus North will play in the Center Grove sectional number 8. Columbus North on the other side of the bracket. They will face Jeffersonville. And again, Center Grove will open up Friday night against New Albany. Warren Central with a nice win last night over St. Xavier, 34-28.
Southport's had a good season this year, obviously undefeated. Neat to see them play one of our sectional opponents, being that we're able to get through the sectional ourselves. Fairly certain that Southport will probably be that regional opponent, so we can do some comparison, contrast, if you will, in the event we were to be fortunate enough to meet Columbus North.
Trevor Holt with a 5-yard pickup, 2nd and 5. Another running play here to the near side with Trevor Holt. Gets outside, picks up the first down. He'll be spotted just across the 35. They'll put it around the 37, 38-yard line.
Trevor's doing a nice job getting around the corner, being patient, looking to see what's open, and getting the ball upfield. He's had 3 or 4 now first down runs and helping this offense move forward.
New set of downs. They'll place the ball at the 38-yard line. 7:20 to play here in quarter 2. Center Grove in front, 30-0. Gardner taken down across the 40 at the 41-yard line. Some of the Trojan fans thought he might have been face masked, but no call.
Looked a little bit like it, but I think he just got in an awkward position where his head went down first, and they had the back of his jersey. It just looked funny there.
Hand off to the fullback. Gardner picks up a few. Brady Flynn makes the stop for LaSalle. 3rd and 5. So far, this might be the best defensive play by LaSalle here in today's game, forcing a 3rd down.
Slowed him down a little bit.
Yeah, slowing him down a little. Kellums, quarterback under center, hands it off to the man in motion. Holt trying to get outside, and they get him around the shoe tops. Good job coming across for LaSalle. Number 22 tripped him up. That is Juan Martin. 4th and 10, and let's see what Center Grove elects to do. Looks like they're going to punt this one away. To that far sideline, out of bounds by Trevor Holt with the punt. I didn't know the Holts did punting.
Yeah, we didn't either. We mentioned earlier in the broadcast that one thing this team doesn't have, it has a lot, but one thing it doesn't have is a lot of kickers, or any kickers for that matter, and so they're making do with what they have. Trevor came home one day and said, hey, guess what, I'm the punter, and he has been able to get a few of them off this year that was able to get some good yardage, but most of them unfortunately look like what we just saw, which so that's something that we need to go out and find.
Aaron taking a peek outside right in front of us. Pretty good crowd here today for the Center Grove Trojans.
Yeah, almost full bleachers here at North Middle School, which they have pretty good size home bleachers there. So great crowd. I'm sure it's only going to get better here as it gets closer to the JV game.
High snap. Good job by the quarterback to able to corral it. That was a direct snap to Christian Turner, number 20. He's the running back, but he was able to jump up and keep it in front. Aaron last night, Dylan Dallas, we had him for 4 sacks last night, 9 now for the season, and he just continues to play well. Tyler Morrow had a couple of sacks last night, but the defense really came up big when it needed to.
Dylan is such a fun player to watch. He's played varsity for 4 years, and he's having a fantastic senior year. He's a guy that a D1 program's got to jump on and give him some offers. It's hard to believe he hasn't received any to this point. I know he's getting a lot of looks, but he has fantastic speed. He's strong. He's smart. But you know what? More than anything, he has an incredible heart, and he loves this game, and surely someone's going to pick him up.
3rd and 15 for LaSalle. Purdue under trouble. He eludes a couple of tacklers, and now the Center Grove Trojans will drop him inside the 40. Good pursuit by the Trojans.
Purdue is really taking some shots today early in this ball game, and defense comes up big again. Great pursuit there, forcing another punt, and let's see if Sam Bolin gets an opportunity to return this.
4th and 19, punting unit again for the LaSalle squad, and before the snap of the football, we got a whistle. Ben Braybender prepares to pump this one away here for LaSalle. 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Center Grove 30, LaSalle 0. All the scoring for Center Grove in the opening quarter. Good snap. Pretty good punt by Braybender. Bolin bobbles it, loses control of the football, but pounces on it at the 32-yard line. So Center Grove will have the football at its own 32 with 3:54 to work with here in the second quarter.
Sam was busting the move just to get to that ball. Did a nice job getting him, and then when it bounced off his pads there, really did a good job keeping his composure and finding the ball and getting back on it. So no harm, no foul here. Got 1st and 10. 3:54 left in the half. Let's see if we can get some more points here.
Kellums,
He's
play
got him.
action. Boy, what an arm. And it's going to be a touchdown. He throws a strike to Trent Line. He'll go in for the score. 68 yards on the touchdown pass.
Kellums and Line have hooked up a few times this season. Long pass plays in every scenario. Trent has incredible speed, and you said it in that play. Kellums has an arm that's pretty remarkable there. He can air it out, and he can put some zip on it. He can throw it long. He's got great stature, as big as he is for a freshman, and it's going to be fun seeing him come through the ranks here these next handful of years.
Well, Bailey's right. They did get 36.
Going for 2. Running the football, and the Trojans cross the goal line for the 2 points.
Good job there by Hutzinger, putting his shoulder down, fighting for those extra couple yards to get him into the end zone. And we got a 38-0 score here. That's the thing about this offense. They can get you in a lot of different ways. Reminds me a lot of the varsity. Luke is throwing the ball all over the field. And I think, you and I were talking earlier before the game started, if Luke hasn't already done it, he's got to be really, really close to setting some records here, single-season records for the Trojans that's been held for quite some time, going back to the Geiger years, which is, I think, might have been one of Coach Moore's first quarterbacks. So the offense here, from a freshman standpoint, they're trying to at least do a lot of the things that the varsity's doing, and Kellums is throwing the ball well this year.
Center Grove 38, LaSalle 0. 3.5 minutes remaining here in the opening half.
Well, last year, just a couple of weeks ago, Kevin, you and I did the middle school games as we've had the previous 3 years, and I remember talking to both Coach McMahon and Coach Painter, 8th grade coaches from the 2 middle schools. They were excited to see this group come together and be one unit. You have a lot of exposure from both middle schools today, making great plays, and those guys did a good job preparing them. But it's fun to see how these 2 middle schools have come together and put together what now is going to be an undefeated freshman football team.
On the kickoff, the Trojans will be called for offside. They'll march it back 5 yards and do a re-kick. Caleb Hanesse doing the kicking duties today here for the Center Grove Trojans. Aaron, look at these numbers. For Center Grove head coach Eric Moore at the varsity level, since taking over Center Grove in 1999. His overall non-conference record, 26 wins, 4 losses. Only losing 4 times in 30 games in non-conference games during the regular season. A good run here for LaSalle, and they'll get pretty good field position across the 50. And also more impressive, Coach Moore on the road, 13-1 in non-conference games during the regular season. The one loss, you got to go all the way back to 2005, a loss at Roncalli.
Well, he's a machine. He's a workaholic. He loves the game of football. You've seen, again, we talk numerous times about how he's always out at the Bantam League. He's at the middle school games. He's at the JV freshman games as often as he can, and then he still manages to get the varsity prepared. And Coach and his entire staff really have just done a remarkable job over the years to where we're a perennial power, and it just makes it so enjoyable to go to the games. You look at last night's game, and we were a little lethargic coming out, had a lot of things going against us, and if you just watch the coaches, they just really had a demeanor about them by keeping us calm, and they knew at some point we were going to turn on the engine and get it going, and we did. And they're just veteran group of guys, and Coach has done a tremendous job leading them throughout the years.
LaSalle picks up the first down, picking up a couple on the run. Merrick Mays, number 98, defensive lineman. Big fella, 5'11", 170 pounds with the tackle.
The other nice thing on that statistic, I know in that time period we've played 2 times against Ohio teams, and you know, obviously, at least for guys in the state of Indiana, we look to those games. We respect Ohio football, and it's always nice to see us be able to come out and compete. And having a 2-0 record against a state rival, that's also pretty neat to see too.
Center Grove beat Dayton Carroll High School back in 2008 to begin the season back in 2008. That game played at Center Grove. I remember that night that Dayton Carroll had difficulties just picking up first downs. They may have had 2 or 3 first downs the entire game. So Coach Moore now 2-0 against Ohio schools after last night's win at LaSalle. Good run on first down for number 20, Christian Turner, picks up 7 yards. Hunter Purdue scrambling for his life, runs the football, gets it very close to a first down.
Running for his life is right. He had Bontrager give him a big scare, only to be followed up by Zach Wells, only to be followed up by Bailey Bennett. And those are 3 guys that, quite frankly, I wouldn't want to get hit by any one of those. So he was fortunate there. Bailey didn't get a completely clean shot on him, but he got him down nonetheless.
Pickup of a couple, 3rd and 1. LaSalle putting together its best offensive drive of the game, and now the quarterback loses the ball out of his hand, recovered by the Trojans. Number 57 got on it. 57, Zach Wells, recovers the football, and I think that right there, Aaron, a result of a wet football.
It was a wet football, weather condition type scenario. Purdue had seen the receiver get open for a split second, was getting ready to pull the trigger, and it just literally slipped right out of his hand, and Wells was coming hard and was Johnny on the spot and able to jump on the football.
Center Grove takes control from its own 33-yard line. Good run for Trevor Holt. Tried to keep his balance because he saw a lot of green grass to the outside. If he could have maintained his balance there, and I think he could have gone for a big one.
He was real close there, and that was a little halfback counter. And he saw the light, just got a little bit tripped up. I don't know if it was the turf monster or one of the defenders was able to get their hands on his feet. He won't be happy about that one. I guarantee you he's going to be talking about that when he gets home, hoping that he would have broken one.
This LaSalle team has played Indiana School back on September the 7th. They played a home game against East Central, also the Trojans, East Central Trojans, or I should say, yeah, East Central Trojans. 34-12, LaSalle defeated East Central.
What's interesting in looking at LaSalle's record in games, they have put up points. I know they scored 55 points earlier this year. I think it might have been the first game of the season. You just said they scored over 30. So we're having a very, very good game that we're playing right now at Center Grove, but this offense they're playing against actually puts up points. So we've done an exceptional job by keeping them out of the end zone.
Kellums completes the pass, and another first down for the Trojans. Gardner with the catch and run for the first down.
Jackson,
stops the clock with 21 seconds.
Jackson is zone right now, and he's really putting the ball on the spot. Got receivers with good hands, and be interesting to see if they get one more play off here.
Clock is rolling. 12 seconds and counting. They get to the line of scrimmage with 10 seconds. Kellums hands the ball off to the man in motion. That is Holt, and he will get to the edge and go out of bounds at the 25-yard line, stopping the clock with 2.5 seconds, so the Trojans will have one more play. Yeah, you're right. Against, was it Oak Hills? Mm-hmm. Oak Hills, they put up 55 points, LaSalle did, and got a nice win against Oak Hills.
Yeah, and their victories, 55, 34, 26 points in their victories, and their defense actually held the opposing team to a low point scoring average there. So this team's had results where they've been able to put them up.
On the delayed handoff, Gardner looking for the end zone. Touchdown. With 1.6 seconds to play, Gardner scores from 25 yards out. 44-0, Center Grove. How about that?
Typical Center Grove football there, right, Kevin? There's 1 second left. You're on your 30-yard line roughly, and we run a belly.
Did that last night in the varsity game.
That made Coach Moore happy. I guarantee you, if I don't know if he's here right now or watching film, but he'll love that. He'll love the fact that we ran a belly there and we were able to take it to the house. Great run by 32, McCullough Gardner. Again, he's just had a phenomenal year. Was not the starting fullback to start the season. Has stepped into that role, given an opportunity, and done nothing but improve this football team. And I'll tell you another thing that's really neat about McCullough is not only does he run the ball hard, he blocks. And he's a great team player there, and it's neat to see. And speaking of blocking on that extra point there, Ethan Hart, 74, literally just ran his guy out of the end zone. Really, really did a good job staying on his block and doing the things necessary to get us in the end zone there. So it's 44-0 at half, and pretty impressive, Kevin.
Very impressive first half for the Center Grove freshman squad. Again, leading 44-0 over the LaSalle Lancers. What we'll do, we're going to pause for about 5-10 minutes, and then we'll rejoin you coming up in quarter number 3. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
Ray Skim's got your truck, man. Big and little trucks, man. Integrated locations, man. Skim's got your truck, man. He's got SUVs, crossovers, long bed, short bed, flat bed, dump cab, crew cab, cinder cab, half ton, 3/4 ton, 1 ton, high cube van, cargo van, diesel engine, gas in stock, or custom in the color you want, man. Ray Skim's got your truck, man. Big and little trucks, man. Integrated locations, man. Skim's got your truck, man. Ray Skillman's got your truck, man.
Welcome back to Center Grove Middle School North for today's freshman football game between the Center Grove Trojans and the LaSalle Lancers. Kevin Conrad along with Aaron Holt with you today. Very cool, damp day here in Greenwood, Indiana. To begin the third quarter, the Center Grove Trojans lead it 44-0. This just an impressive performance by this freshman squad. Again, trying to go undefeated here in 2013. The freshman squad for Center Grove playing its final game of the regular season, 8-0, trying to go to 9-0. And Aaron, again, it's believed this will be the first time a Center Grove freshman team in football has ever gone undefeated.
Be a neat accomplishment for these boys to be able to obtain. They set that goal before the season started. Again, they're a very close-knit group, and and really believe in the program and everything that it stands for. And it would appear, obviously, that they're going to be able to do this, barring a complete disaster here the second half. So great way to finish their season. Of course, they'll be given the opportunity to come out next week and stay out and practice with the varsity and get a better feel of what that's all about. And most of these kids will take that opportunity and finish out, hopefully, a season that goes through Thanksgiving weekend.
Trayshawn Smith with the return for LaSalle at the 46-yard line to begin the third quarter. Lancers down 44-0. Remember, the junior varsity game will follow this one. There will be about a 15-20 minutes in between games. Direct snap to the running back, gets outside, picks up a block, and then runs out of bounds just short of the 50-yard line. Christian Turner, number 20, with the carry to midfield, picks up 4 yards.
This is a big day for the Center Grove football program. If you are listening out there and don't have anything to do this afternoon, try to go out to the Center Grove Bantam Football League. They have their annual Border Wars tournament that started today, and there's a lot going on. I believe 20 games playing there today, and they'll have 24 playing there tomorrow. So it's a great way for us to promote Center Grove football and have a lot of communities coming in to play on our fields, and then obviously being able to see JV and freshmen back-to-back. I don't know if that's ever even happened. Usually they're at opposite facilities, so it's neat to be able to see this game. Kevin, thanks for being able to put this on because it's awesome.
Logan Bontrager almost came up with the sack. The quarterback was able to duck, and Bontrager went over the top and missed him. But Bontrager's teammates, though, come through and eventually do bring down the quarterback for a sack. 4th and 10, 4th and 11 now, 4th and 11.
This defense has been aggressive all season long, and they just put so much pressure on anybody who wants to throw against us, and they're relentless, and that was an example shown there.
Lancers going forward on 4th and 11. The pass is complete to the far sideline. He got the 1 foot in bounds, but he's going to be a couple of yards short the first down. So it'll be a turnover on downs, and we'll see the Trojan offense for the first time here in the second half.
I think Coach Murphy will be excited with how the defense came out there to start the second half. Going into the halftime, knowing it's your last game of the season, you're up 44 points. Typically you can see some form of a letdown, and that was complete opposite the case there in that sequence. Really good start to the half, second half rather, by the defense.
Ball at the Trojan 46, 7:15 to play. Third quarter, Center Grove in front, 44-0. Run to the 50-yard line. 4 yards on the carry. Jack Kellums, quarterback, handoff to Trevor Holt, doing a good job. He took that first hole, turns it up, squares up the shoulder pads, gets it inside the 40 for another Center Grove first down.
Good job that time by Trevor. He has a good knack of finding the field space and getting it going north and south. He very rarely, unless the play is designed to do so, will he stretch it to the sidelines, and did a nice job that time getting the ball up there, which allowed them to get the first down. Great pull there, too, by Nick Davis.
Hand off to the fullback. North-south running by Cameron Smith, number 20. He's close to another Trojan first down.
Cameron's had some ball games this year where he's come in to give Gardner some rest and really ran hard, and has been able to find the end zone multiple times, and he's just a fine running back and having a good season himself.
9 yards on the carry, 2nd and 1. Holt from the backfield spins off the tackle, looking for the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Trevor Holt. A 29-yard touchdown run for Holt.
He'll be happy about that. Line did a great job blocking, but that's the same play he got tripped up on earlier in the first half. Did a good job keeping his feet this time. Did a spin and was able to find the end zone. Good job there for 13. And the overall offense, again, just like the defense starting the second half, where easily you could have seen a letdown. They did not, and both of them came out firing, and really neat to see. It shows you the type of mentality that this team has. They just keep the throttle going.
Trojans going for 2. Handoff goes to Smith. Ball pops out. He will be denied. 50-0. Center Grove in front with 5:36 to play in the third quarter. Center Grove again had 62 points a couple of weeks ago against Ben Davis. That's the most points they put up on the scoreboard. So they're on pace here against LaSalle to outdo themselves from that Ben Davis game. And Aaron, right in front of us, freshman sensation Titus McCoy arriving to watch his classmates and against the LaSalle squad. Of course, Titus scored last night against LaSalle in the varsity contest late in the ball game, kind of that what we talked about earlier. Center Grove did a good job spreading it out, and then on the draw play, the delayed handoff, and he went right up the middle for the touchdown.
Titus has had a great season. I couldn't be happier for him, his family. And, you know, giving Titus a lot of credit here. He's handled the situation really well. He every moment he gets, he comes to support his teammates that he's grown up with. But, you know, how he's handled the success on the varsity level, very even-keel kid. Great attitude, and just does a fantastic job staying, you know, into the moment, and it's really neat to see, and I just couldn't be more excited for a kid whose career is just going to take off, and it's going to be fun watching him not only the remaining of this season, but, you know, well into the next 3 years.
Aaron, you look down here on the Center Grove sideline and you see 8th grade head coach Travis McMahon. That's what's so great. You see these middle school coaches come out to the varsity games, the freshman games, the junior varsity games, and they just want to keep tabs on guys that they have coached and everybody in the program. And, again, we see Coach McMahon here. It's fall break. He's a teacher here at Middle School North, and he's on the sideline just talking right now to Titus McCoy and a lot of the freshmen football players, and that's just something special.
A lot of times you hear the phrase family, and, you know, it can be taken out of context, but I'll tell you, this entire football program is exactly that. It's a family, and Coach McMahon really enjoys staying tuned to what's going on, and as his kids that he's coached move up throughout the program. Coach Painter, if he isn't here, he's texting me constantly and tuning in on what's going on. And it's not just in athletics. These guys take interest in academics and things that they're doing outside of the program too. And, you know, while we're on that, I got to tell you, it was neat to see last night. Here we have a 2-hour travel or a little over, and you have guys that kids are out of the program, like the Adams and the Dukes and the Deedles. And I'm looking down here right now. Bill McKee is a guy that doesn't get mentioned very often. He's been involved with these kids' lives over the years, and he continues to come out. And even though he has Liam in the program, he's a genius when it comes to things and helping us get prepared, whether it be the film equipment, the equipment itself on the helmets, constant individual who's always out there giving back to the program. And so there's names, Kevin, that go way back that continue to come out, and then you got the new guys coming in, and they're continuing to do it. And it's just it's a true family.
LaSalle 4th and 8, going for it. Pass is incomplete. Ben Braybender, the intended receiver, so a turnover on downs. Yeah, Aaron, I kind of call it the men of the Center Grove Trojan program, and it goes beyond just the men. There's a lot of women behind the scenes that does a lot of work, so it's almost like there's a lot of Center Grove Trojan family members. Again, these are individuals or families that maybe had sons that played in the program before. Many of them have already graduated, but they just take such interest and pride in the Center Grove football program. They continue to help in any way they can, and it's paid dividends. I mean, Coach Moore since '99. I mean, look at the numbers. 5 MIC championships, 7 sectional titles, 7 regionals, a couple of semi-states, of course, state runners-up in 2000 and the state championship in 2008. I mean, Coach Moore does a lot, but you need a lot of support from families in the community, and that's what he's had over his now 15 years at Center Grove.
Yeah, and it's just neat to see. You know, a name that comes to mind is Cindy Adams. She doesn't miss anything. She stays involved, and you know, it's an incredible family. And now you got Matt, who's come back for multiple years now and been a part of our coaching staff, and he was on the state championship team. And then you look at the current regime, if you will, and Kathy Shoup, who has done an incredible job this season, making sure the varsity and reserve or JV and freshman kids are fed. And what she did yesterday, along with Pam Calvert and all the other moms, was incredible by getting those kids fed in Greensburg, getting to the facility where we played. And
how about Cindy Battle? She's been a part of the program a long time.
Cindy Battle, no different. And, you know, you can go on and on and on. There's so many names that you can put in there. As Hutzinger's got a room here.
Looking for the first down. Goes out of bounds just inside the 45 at the 44. Going to be about 4 yards shy of the first down.
What's neat is you know, those moms put a lot of effort in yesterday. I mean, a tremendous amount of effort when you talk about all the kids that got to get things done. And then here it is. They're here at 9 o'clock this morning after getting home probably about 2:30 last night. And Scott Hall did a great job stepping up and getting Chick-fil-A here today in an awkward situation because we couldn't be on our normal field. And we got food here. Again, Chick-fil-A is helping us provide some of that food, but those moms, those same moms we just mentioned, and then some, are in that concession stand right now working their tails off and helping everybody enjoy a great experience. So I can't give enough thanks to all those people. They've just done a fantastic job, and it does not go unnoticed, believe me.
Also, another big event coming up, being hosted by the Center Grove Football Parents Club, is the Holiday Gift and Craft Fair, and it's going to be on Saturday, November the 2nd at Center Grove High School. The doors will open up at 8:30 to the public. Again, at this point, there's 240 exhibitors that will showcase holiday decor, handmade items, and many other gift options. It's a $1 for admission. The ticket will qualify you for a raffle ticket to win donated items from the vendors, as we see Holt with a nice punt. Well done, young man. Inside the 5, all the way down almost to the goal line. So Trevor Holt with a nice punt, flag on the play. But again, the craft fair again coming up Saturday, November the 2nd. So we invite the public to come out and support this, and to get a big fundraiser for the Center Grove Football Parents Club. And I know there's a lot of people organizing that and helping with that. And Aaron, that's just a long-time tradition. This is the 31st annual Holiday Gift and Craft Fair.
It's a huge event, unbelievably successful event, and really happy that the football program has been able to take that and grow it to such the size that it is. I know Becky Stanball and Deanna Hobson have been working their tails off and getting that going, and you know, anybody out there listening, please, I encourage you. I mean, it's good stuff that you can get there, and it's a great event.
Penalty against the Trojans on the tackle, as we have 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. You see Coach Murphy bringing in some subs here and there, trying to get everybody an opportunity to play today. Center Grove in front 50-0. And I know Coach Moore takes pride in that. I talked to him on the pregame show last night. He talked about last week against North Central, final conference game of the regular season, how 125 or 130 different players got an opportunity to play from the freshman, JV, and varsity level. And a lot of guys got a chance to play on senior night that typically may not see the field in a varsity ball game. But Coach does a great job in making sure players get involved at all levels.
He does. It's an emphasis for him, and it shows. I mean, our numbers really are continuously strong throughout each division, each grade, and that's a big reason why. And I know earlier this year, after we had the successful game against Warren Central at the Parents Club meeting, he said, one concern that he actually did kind of have was that they didn't, they did not get the opportunity to play a lot of kids that particular game, and it was kind of a concern for him because of the way our schedule is. He believes we got to play multiple people to allow us to have the stability to get through the season. And when I played and you played, it wasn't uncommon for guys to go both ways, and that just can't happen with our program and the schedule that we play. So being able to get people exposure, players different exposures, is something that they constantly do, and it's neat to see. And here, just getting subs in at different positions. Normally the freshmen have a fifth quarter, but with the conditions today, as far as the JV playing directly after, that they're not going to be able to do that. So we're in good situation where coaches are going to be able to get some kids in that normally wouldn't play different positions or the playing time that they normally would have received.
Also with senior night last Friday night, I just felt like Center Grove was able to share the wealth on Friday night. A lot of different seniors got a chance to score or touch the ball or contribute in some way on the offensive end. And again, that's the way the wing tee is designed, if it's done the correct way. And you've got the weapons, and Center Grove does have a lot of weapons this year. I mean, you've got 3 or 4 running backs that can score, and you've got 4 or 5 different receivers that can catch the football and score. So again, last week I just felt like a lot of guys on senior night were able to contribute to the win and to the MIC championship with that win against North Central.
Well, they were, and not only that, it continued last night. A big conversation in the stands while you were doing the game was we had 6 different kids score last night. Now think about that. That's incredible when you really think about it. And it's it was a game that normally Trevor Holt caught the punt there.
That was a nice punt and a good return by Holt.
Great kick there by the Lancers, and Center Grove will take possession here on the 45-yard line. But to get 6 different guys to score, and Max had 3 himself, so right. They share the wealth, and I would say that this is arguably the best receiving core Center Grove's had in Eric's 15 years. Coach Moore's 15 years of being here. I mean, they are really good quality receivers, and Luke's doing a good job getting it to them.
New quarterback for the Center Grove Trojans, number 8, Trent Line. Yeah, a lot of great receivers, and of course Luke Albert doing a great job distributing the football.
Well, and I'll tell you, showing you the versatility of this particular team. Trent started the season at the quarterback position. Jack Kellums was struggling a little bit with an injury that he sustained over the summer, and Trent did a fantastic job leading us to victory that first game of the year. And then as the season went along, Jack became the starting quarterback, and shows you the great fortitude by number 8 there. They moved him to receiver, and he's caught multiple touchdown passes this year. He got one today. And, the character of this team, it moved very fluid. Jack's been a great leader. Trent's been a fantastic leader and teammate, and they made things work. So, Trent's getting some snaps today in this game, but it's just neat to see how they came together and nothing affected anything there.
That brings us to the end of the third quarter here at Center Grove Middle School North. The Center Grove freshman squad leading 50-0 over the LaSalle Lancers. And another big event coming up in the Center Grove community will be the 2014 Gala for the Grove, which will be Saturday, February 22nd at 6 o'clock at the Indiana Roof Ballroom. There will be a VIP reception with special guests, hors d'oeuvres, also a dinner and dessert, and Center Grove celebration with Rafael Sanchez of RTB6 will be in attendance. There will be live music and dancing featuring Jane Bond and the Pink Martinis, if I'm saying that correctly. You can make your reservation online at centergrovefoundation.org. Again, that's the 2014 Gala for the Grove, Saturday, February 22nd. To begin the fourth quarter, big play by the Trojans. Number 43, is that Tyler Olston?
It is Tyler Olston. Great to see him out on the field. He missed about 3 games this season due to an injury. Just getting back in, and he's been alternating possessions there with Nick Hoy. Both of them are able to get some nice balls thrown to him today, and they were able to catch him and make good plays. Great pass there by number 8, Trent Line, and they're on the move again. And you have a lot of guys that are in the ball game right now that haven't played yet today, and the line hasn't missed a beat, so it's exciting to see that.
First down for the Trojans at the 29. Another nice running play for the Center Grove Trojans.
Nick Mulheron there did a great job of running the jet, and again, typically that's a play that gets stretched out to the sidelines, but he saw a brief opening and took it, and was able to get a first down there on that run. And we're in motion, and wouldn't be surprised to see us put up a few more points here yet before this game's over. Or I should say complete.
Say the Trojans had 62 points against Ben Davis, and that game was not finished out because of lightning. But 62, the most Center Grove has put up here at the freshman level this season. Line lost the handle of the ball on the snap. He recovers it. Loses 1 yard. 2nd and 11. Again, the junior varsity game between Center Grove and LaSalle will be about 15-20 minutes following this ball game. We'll have that live webcast for you as well.
I'll tell you, the field's held up really well. The rain's gone away. The clouds are opening up a little bit here. I was really worried about the JV game and how this field was going to look and play, but it so far looks pretty doggone good, and hopefully they're able to get what they need to get done.
Big number 34, Kobe Brown. Good power run. Gets the first down.
Great run there by 34. Kobe's had a difficult year. He really early in the season, he came out with a broken collarbone. In fact, he broke his collarbone when we were doing the scrimmage, inter-squad scrimmage, to start the season, and was able to get that collarbone healed up and get back into the action. In the last few games, his opportunities that he's been given, he's run the ball really well, and it'd be neat to see him get in the end zone here.
New set of downs here for Center Grove. 1st and goal at the 7. They go back to the big fella, Kobe Brown, trying to push the pile. Still pushing. Still no whistle. And the Trojans trying to push him to the goal line. He's going to be inside the 1.
What's neat to see about these kids here, you got a game that's completely one-sided right now, but one thing about this group of boys, they're very enthusiastic, and it doesn't matter who's out there playing. They're going full force and doing everything in their power to be successful and do what they need to do, what they've been taught to do, and the support on the sidelines is fantastic too. So it'd be really neat to see them finish this off here.
Ball at the 1, 2nd and goal. Line under center. Long signal count, man in motion, going right back to Kobe. No indication now. We see the indication. Touchdown Trojans. Kobe Brown, the workhorse on that drive. They reward him with a 1-yard touchdown run. 56-0. Center Grove leads it. 5.5 minutes remaining in the ball game.
Well, it's a long season, and Coach Moore, you'll hear it he'll say, you gotta take it a day at a time. You gotta keep an even keel about you. And Kobe's been able to do that by going through the adversity of a broken collarbone. And I know he's been frustrated at times, but to finish the season out, getting into the end zone, it's just a really neat thing to see. And again, we don't have a kicker, so we're going to go for 2 points here. Looks like Christian Goings is going to get the opportunity. And did he get in?
They're going to say he did not. They're going to say he was just short. Good try, though.
Think the turf monster got him there.
56-0, all Center Grove here in the freshman ball game. 5.5 minutes remaining in this one. Aaron, next year, week 9 for the Trojans will be the Cathedral Irish. It'll start a 4-year contract with the Irish beginning next year, and from my understanding, all 4 of the varsity games will be played at Ray Skillman Stadium. How special will that be?
Very excited to see him on the schedule. Really was sad when Roncalli went off the schedule. It was such a neat game. It was a rival game. It was a game that we wanted to play, and being able to get Cathedral, who has such a great reputation and success in their football program, it's going to be fun to watch. And unfortunately, with the way the flex schedule works, it'll always be on our fall break, and that will probably hurt the crowd a little bit. That being said, I think we'll pick up the difference. There'll be a lot of people that might not even be involved with Center Grove that will want to see that game. The only negative to it, quite frankly, Kevin, that I can see is it's the last regular season game, and we'll be prepping for the playoffs, and so it doesn't do anybody any good. I don't think it hurts us or helps us necessarily, but yet there's such a big name. It's a team that you want to beat, and I would argue it very well could be one of the biggest crowds Ray Skillman Stadium's ever seen.
Taken from the 35. Good special teams play by Center Grove, finally ripping him out of bounds.
Well, 2 names we've heard a lot today, Logan Bontrager and Sam Bullen, were there on that return and had great coverage, and they've really played a good football game, and excited to see it. Great just to see their success out there on the football field.
Lancers from their own 40. Lancers with the white jerseys today. For the most part, don't see too much mud on the white. Makes it easy for us broadcasters to be able to see the jersey numbers. Big hit here on the corner. Number 29 puts on a big hit. That is Nate. How do you say his last name, Aaron?
Bullheron.
Number 29, Nate.
Oh, Weishauer. That's Nate
Weishauer.
I'm sorry. Got the numbers messed up there. Yeah, Weishauer came from Middle School North. He went through the Bantam program. Was a lineman, believe it or not, when he was at Bantam, and he's really grown. Got some length on him and done a nice job when he's been given the opportunity this year, and he can put a hit on you, as you just saw.
New quarterback here for the Lancers. Trojans drop the running back for a loss. That is Mikhail Shockley losing yardage on the play.
Blake Roach got in there early and messed up the business going on there in the backfield, and I think David Hamilton finished him off.
Bobby Freilich now the quarterback for this LaSalle team. 3rd and 15. Pass complete. Good tackle in the open field.
And guess who? Number 52, Logan Bontrager. Picture perfect tackle, exactly the way you want to do it, exactly the way you play the pass in that situation. Just had a well of a ball game, and really neat to see. They're going to punt. Looks like they got Trevor Holt back deep here. 3:43 left in the ball game.
Ben Braybender has punted quite a few times today for LaSalle. Holt's going to walk away from it, lets it bounce to the 34-yard line. Today's game being presented by Ray Skillman Automotive Group. Ray Skillman, where we stack them deep and sell them cheap.
Well, I'll tell you got to give a lot of credit to the coaches here on the freshman team. Chip Murphy's coming in his first year, done a fine job. He's assisted by Matt Adams and Coach Bolin and Drew Garrison, who's new to the program this year, and Monty Goins, who's new to the program this year as far as coaches go. They've made it fun for these boys. They've had a lot of excitement throughout the season, both at practice, during the games, and even times when they've gotten together as a group outside of football activity. And these coaches have been a part of all the action, kept them close, kept them grounded, and great deal of success goes to the coaches and how they dealt with this team this year, and really neat to see. And just again, when you think about what we have in front of them, what we have behind them, Coach Moore has to just be ecstatic with what's going on right now.
Nick Mulheron picked up a couple of yards on that last carry. Flags down. Again, we just want to mention Chip Murphy doing a great job as the head coach for this freshman squad. I believe this is Chip's first year as the head coach of the freshman team. Last year, I believe he was helping out with the middle school team, and his assistant coaches, like you mentioned, Matt Adams, played on that 2008 state championship Center Grove team, now a student at the University of Indianapolis. Barry Bolin has been a part of the Center Grove program for many, many years. Drew Garrison and also Monty Goins. So again, just a nice staff of men helping out this freshman team. With a penalty against LaSalle, makes it now 2nd and 3, and another flag down. False start against Center Grove.
Yeah, he just left the line of scrimmage a little early there. Going back to Barry Bolin, he's a guy that was involved with these boys in particular back in the Bantam days, and really has kind of followed them all the way through, and due to needs for coaches on the freshman level, he came in last year to help out Coach Moore, and just a great character man, and does a really good job with the freshmen as they get into the high school and truly become a part of this program. Also, the freshman cheerleaders doing a great job today, doing a wonderful job here on a not-so-good day weather-wise. And Kobe Brown gets in the open field. He bumbles and stumbles to the 35. Great run for Kobe. He'll give you effort every single time you give him the opportunity, and it just is neat to see him rumble and bumble down the field. Another guy, I know we're giving a lot of guys credit, but it's the end of the season. That's one of the reasons we're doing this game, and I think it's important to do. But is Dave Buckholtz, our trainer. I was talking to him this morning. We're in a different scenario here with being out of our surroundings. He's out there under a tent on a cold day, taping ankles and other things that need to get attention for these players. And that guy didn't even go home last night. He got here, and I don't know if you know this, but he stayed and slept in the trainer's room so he could be here early this morning. And you talk about commitment and a family and being part of the program, it goes all levels. Here's a guy that got in around 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, never went home, got up this morning and was raring to go. And it's just another way to see how we're committed here at Center Grove.
Down to our final 30 seconds, the V formation, the victory formation. The Center Grove Trojans take a knee. That will be your final play of the ball game. Final score today, 56-0. Undefeated season for the Center Grove freshman team. First time in school history. Well, you can hear it from the Center Grove fans.
Yep, you bet. Congratulations to the players, the coaches, everybody involved in the program, the parents, it's something that everybody's excited to see. And again, hats go off to them. Couldn't be prouder for them. Kevin, thanks again. This was a lot of fun, and can't wait to do the game here in another 20 minutes with the JV, and hopefully we finish the regular season out with a sweep.
Thank you very much, Aaron. And they just announced the Trojans undefeated 9-0, and you heard the applause of the Center Grove Trojan fans. Again, we'll step aside for about 15 or so minutes, and we'll be back with the junior varsity game between Center Grove and LaSalle. Today's game was produced by Center Grove Gridiron Productions, New 5 Creative, and CenterGroveSportsNetwork.com. The executive director is Aaron Holt, executive producer Matt Murray. Special thanks to Center Grove Athletic Director John Zwitt and Center Grove Middle School North Athletic Director Steve Hacker for their help with today's broadcast. Once again, Center Grove beats LaSalle in the freshman contest 56-0. Center Grove 9-0, finishing the 2013 season. For LaSalle, they fall to 3-5. Again, stay tuned. Coming up next will be our live broadcast of the Center Grove LaSalle junior varsity game in about 15 minutes. Until then, this is Kevin Conrad for Aaron Holt saying so long, everyone, from Center Grove Middle School North in Greenwood, Indiana.